Ubisoft, a leading game company which has given us so many games to play with. From action to hacking now, every aspect of the game is fulfilled by this company. But the main question is, can Watch Dogs 2 be better than Watch Dogs? Let's find out where I'll give you 10 different things that the Ubisoft company has done to cover the mistake of Watch Dogs. I have done a lot of research and testing where I took players' feedback about the game. The official trailer was released yesterday, having people amazed and all over the internet. Subscribe, like, and comment if you want more of this kind of videos. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, Warrior Within, The Two Thrones, and The Forgotten Sand. Assassin's Creed, Unity, Revelation, 1, 2, 3, 4, Syndicate. Far Cry, 1 through 3 and 4 with Far Cry Primal. So, the Tom Clancy, Rainbow Six Siege, Ghost Recon, Division, and many more. So these were the top games with the complete another sequel, and now we have the Watch Dogs and the Watch Dogs 2. Let's find out what has been done to make Watch Dogs 2 different than Watch Dogs 1. The surprisingly cliche story. In Watch Dogs, one story led to another, and the story was so much confusing that almost 25% of the gamers uninstalled it before its completion. The story was Aiden being the only hacker and wanted to save his sister and nephew. It was based on some kind of random third party action, but in Watch Dogs 2,
all of the factions that should be in it. So, for example, we have various criminal groups trying to fight over the underground of the city. We also have corporations trying to
so basically, the story in Watch Dogs 2 is that we are not a hacker, but we are in a community of hackers, which is named after a group called DeadSec, who steals money, hacks bridges and system, and rules the world. So the cliche story that was in Watch Dogs 1 or Watch Dogs is no longer presented in Watch Dogs 2. Driving in Watch Dogs was really shit. Not only was the car lagging in the streets, but the street itself was unstable, making the vehicles more vulnerable to the explosions. So this problem is solved in Watch Dogs. You can see this clip saying that the driving is very good and very stable in Watch Dogs 2.
we work to improve the driving, make it more accessible while keeping all the different styles of vehicles and adding a lot of physics and feel to all the vehicles. So we keep the depth but have more accessibility. The team is super happy with the result we've had, and I hope gamers will be just as excited.
We could not melee peoples, or we can say pedestrians, but we could shoot them. This was unfair and GTA 5 won over that one field. But in Watch Dogs 2, the game changed because the developers themselves researched and made one yo-yo shaped, or you can say a ring and a ball shaped melee weapon, which can be used to melee any type of enemy or peoples.
Research, and we basically did what Marcus would have done. We went onto the internet and we started watching videos and started reading websites and trying to figure out what kind of stuff we could make. Pretty much all the stuff that you probably shouldn't search at work. In the end, what we stumbled across was this idea of taking a billiard ball and attaching it to a paracord lanyard. And we took this and we handed this to the stunt team, and the first thing that we saw was it was fast. It was so fast that we couldn't believe how fast they were swinging this around their body. And as soon as I saw this video, I'm like, this is crazy. We got it.
Support checkpoint system. There was no exact point for saving the game, like when you are in a mission half completed and when you quit the game for some reason, next time you play you had to play from the beginning. But in Watch Dogs 2, various checkpoint are presented in certain areas for reviving. I can't show you the clip because it was said on the forum, so it is not in the clip, but also this thing is true. You can shoot and drive. In Watch Dogs 2, you still cannot shoot and drive, but what's interesting is that you can control the car, control the engine or the steering of the car, and if you are not inside it also. So if you are not inside it and you are controlling the car, so literally you can sit and drive. So this was an interesting addition in the Watch Dogs.
One of the big things on Watch Dogs is hacking vehicles. I think this is a real game changer because vehicles are everywhere in the world, and if you can hack into the drive system of a car, you can pretty much drive it wherever you want.
Repetitive and irritating missions. In Watch Dogs, side missions or even main missions were sometimes same, like hacking the transformer, rescuing peoples, killing enemies, playing pokers, and many more. But in Watch Dogs, the map has changed to San Francisco, and there are two more objects to control: a quad drone, aka flying drone, and a one-leg drone, that is a ground drone, having their own side missions like flying to a certain objective or passing the checkpoints. So it will be great to play as these two drones also.
As we've created toys for Marcus. He has an RC jumper. He's got little wheels, and he's even got this little robotic arm that he can sort of deploy, and he can interact with things. He can unplug things and replug them and take out screws. That's a neat little toy. And then the other gadget he's got is this quadcopter. And it's more about scouting and being the eye in the sky. First person view on it is incredible because you're just zipping through the city. It feels like you're flying. Well, you are flying.
Annoying minigames include pokers, running, and doing useless things. But in Watch Dogs 2, because of these two tools that are the drones, flying drone and ground drone, can result in some devastating combination. Like many minigames are added, being friendly and not annoying. Smarter? I should not talk about smarter in Watch Dogs 2. Like, if I talk about it, it would be a complete nonsense. Like, every single player can be hacked now. Even if you are not causing troubles, neighbors fight, calls cop, and do things in their own. So, smarter must be given like 10 to 10, 10 by 10 to Watch Dogs 2.
One, you could only hack the people that were marked as potential target. Now, you can target the person you want, and you can hack them in multiple ways. For example, I could hack one person and distract them, have their phone ringing so they look at their phone to create a distraction. Later on in the game, you'll also be able to do things we call mass hacking, which is, well, why only hack one if you could hack them all?
You can jump in Watch Dogs and you still cannot jump in Watch Dogs 2. Sorry for the spoiler, but what to do? The developer just can't seem to put some interest on it. Like, the developers think that jumping is not really required in open world games. Like, climbing is as same as jumping, so they are focusing more on like doing parkours and
Marcus and what things would be different. We focus on parkour. We wanted Marcus to be a lot better at parkour than Aiden. And we're not talking about just like climbing on things, but like being able to like flow and chain moves together. So he's a pretty good fighter, but he's got some interesting quirks too. He's more.
So coming to an end, Watch Dogs was pretty boring, just playing same missions and having nothing to do compared to GTA 5. So in Watch Dogs 2, the game developer are trying to put in some new elements so that they could like beat the Rockstar Game Studios. Like, they are putting new elements to the game while preserving the good quality of Watch Dogs. I'm really pumped up to see how this game has promised to bring a new revolution to the gaming industry. They are taking risks of making a game, so we must also take a risk of playing the game. The result is 50-50%, but either way it's a win-win situation. Thanks for watching, guys. It took me exactly like 4 hours to edit this video, so help me by showing support and love in the comments down below. Like the video if you want to see more of this kind of videos. So stay awesome, guys. Peace.